If you're a gamer, you know the feeling. Anyone who's ever had a favorite series or character has felt it. A disappointment so massive and so complete, your only instinct is disbelief. There's no way this franchise, my franchise, could have its name on something so incomprehensibly terrible. Something like Resident Evil 2 for the Gamecom. Sent to us by our good friend Chip from Alabama, this version of Resident Evil 2, yes, the Resident Evil 2, was released in 1998 and universally considered a failure. But the truth is, I mean, it kind of does what it can. The Gamecom had some strengths, but its screen wasn't one of them. And releasing a game this visually demanding for a system with a screen that fits somewhere between the original Game Boy and a calculator, not exactly an optimal situation for success. Nonetheless, Resident Evil 2 feels at least vaguely familiar on the Gamecom. This version is based on Leon's quest from the original game, and again, loosely follows Resident Evil 2's structure and storyline. The game doesn't look terrible either, with decent sprites that are alright when you can see them, and it's nice to see little touches like the door animations were also included. So this game feels about as authentic as it possibly can, given the limitations of its platform, but otherwise, everything goes wrong. The controls are almost unplayably bad, first and foremost. There's a strange delay between virtually every action Leon performs and the button press that commands him to do it, which in and of itself is enough to make this game too frustrating to play. But what's interesting is the weird dynamic between these clunky controls and the game's use of touch. Moving Leon and shooting zombies is just a wreck, but when you pause the action and start using your inventory, the game suddenly feels modern. And tapping items and navigating menus with a stylus works really well, almost like a prophetic look into gaming's future. In fact, Tiger's Gamecom had a list of features that were a decade ahead of their time, but when you play a game like this, you understand why it didn't last. In some ways, this is a lot like the Resident Evil 2 you remember, but in most ways, this is a Resident Evil 2 you'll want to forget.